Welcome dear students. Today in this video we are going to discuss about monopoly. Basically monopoly has originated from the Greek words monos, which means single, and polein means seller. So monopoly means market having only one seller. Now according to Professor Chamberlain, when the product supply is controlled only by a single enterprise, it is monopoly. That means monopoly is a market where the entire supply of a product or service is held by only one seller. There is only one seller in the market who has the charge of supplying that product in the market. Similarly, according to Professor Stigler, only one enterprise is the seller of the goods or products. Okay, so when there is only one seller who supplies goods or services, then such type of market is said to be monopoly. Now, talking about characteristics of monopoly, first one is only one producer or seller and numerous buyers. So as we have seen in the meaning itself that in a monopoly market, there is only one seller or producer of goods and services who controls the supply of those goods and services. That means here in this market, there is no competition, and therefore the producer or seller can decide the price of the product on his own, and so he is known to be the price maker of the market. However, as there are numerous buyers in the market, so once again the importance of a single buyer is negligible. In fact, there is competition between the buyers, and therefore a buyer cannot affect the price of the product. Next one is absence of substitute goods. There is absence of substitute goods in monopoly. Say for example, if a person wants to buy a railway ticket from a specific company for a specific time to a specific location, but the ticket is unavailable, then there is no possibility of having a ticket to the same location for a specific time. Next one is restriction over the entry of new firms. As we know that monopoly has only one seller, and therefore there is no competition in this market. And because there is no competition, the seller is able to control the price and gain supernormal profits. Now, even though in monopoly there is supernormal profit, but the other firms cannot easily enter into the market. There may be restriction for new firms to enter due to factors like natural law, skills, and experience. Say, for example, law does not permit any private enterprise to start their own railways, and therefore the government enjoys their monopoly while running railways. Next one is control over the price or sales. The seller cannot control both the price and the sales of the product. Say for example, if the seller wishes to sell less units of a product, then he may set higher prices for that product, because as the price rise, therefore the demand for the product would reduce. Similarly, to sell more units of products, the firm will have to set lower prices of that product, because as price will reduce, the demand would rise. But to sell large number of units at a higher price is not possible. Next one is supernormal profit. So as we have seen that there is no competition in a monopoly market, and therefore a seller can gain supernormal profits in both shorter as well as longer time periods. The seller can charge more prices as compared to his total expenses, and thus he may gain supernormal profits. Next one is price discrimination. So as the head point itself says, there is a discrimination relating to price. Due to absence of any competition, the seller can set different prices on the same product, and thus the seller can gain higher profits using this concept of price discrimination. Say for example, a doctor. If a person who is belonging to a rich class or a well-to-do family, when a doctor treats that patient, he may charge a higher fees from that patient. Similarly, when a person who belongs to a poor class, when reaches to that same doctor, and when the doctor treats him, it may happen that the doctor, depending upon the economic condition of that patient, may not even charge a single rupee from that patient. So that means here the doctor is making a discrimination as related to price, that when a rich person arrives, the doctor may charge higher fees, and similarly when a poor patient arrives, then a doctor may treat him free of cost. Last one is firm is industry. Normally, firm means an independent unit of production, but industry is the collection of all those firms who are producing the same products. Say for example, Hero is a firm who is producing cycle, but Hero, Atlas, A1, BSA, Hercules. If we look at all those, then it is said to be a cycle industry, because all these firms are engaged in the production as well as distribution of cycles. So here in monopoly, as the producer and seller are same, so we may consider the collection of firms as a single firm itself. And therefore, a single firm over here is considered to be an industry. Thank you, students.